Hey guys, welcome to Salt Line.
It's Salt Line,
Everybody's
actually.
favorite podcast, where we talk about things.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to. No, I can't. You gotta cut this out.
No, mine's
I'm not
fire.
cutting
Come
it.
on.
No, I'm not cutting it. You think we edit this? You think I edit this? I cut the last 2 seconds.
I know he doesn't edit it after what I saw him. What made it through in the last podcast?
What made it through?
Oh, there were a ton of things. I feel like you put like some random Cleveland volleyball player on blast and just didn't even say anything. You were just like, I don't know. I'm gonna use an example of someone who I absolutely love, so that he knows that I'm like not actually talking shit about him. You just hit him up with the man. I hate Mo Al-Qatani. That guy just sucks. He's a terrible person.
I didn't rewatch it because I don't want to. So it was a one and done. Whatever I say.
I think it's a little bit of secondhand embarrassment. That's okay.
Well, I mean, I put the pit team on blast for a little bit.
A little bit, but I would say that was about like 20 minutes of the last episode.
It was a large segment.
It was so much. It was so much time, and it was right in the middle of a segment.
Dude,
Which pit team? The women's pit team or the men's pit team?
The men's club team. I literally said at the beginning of the podcast, I was like, I really think we should talk less about our own volleyball experiences and ventures, because at the end of the day, nobody cares about who wins the Neo t-shirt on Sunday. And Michael proceeds to spend 30 minutes talking about his own league games against the men's club team.
they suck.
They were okay.
Anyhow, welcome to Salt Line, where the only thing that's guaranteed is that we are going to go very woefully off tangent from the usual subject matter. I'm everybody's least favorite voice on the show, Caden
Definitely
Caldwell.
not.
Nah, it's definitely not.
Definitely not.
All right, stop glazing. Stop glazing. That's all we have time for. We don't even have we're not putting that on the podcast. This is why the Xander digital footprint is so terrible. And you know what? That leads us into our first topic of the episode. Xander, why do you like the most heinous reels on Instagram?
I thought you were gonna open up with what we can't talk about. Wait, I just realized the title of my name still.
They can't see it on YouTube. They can't see it on YouTube. Don't
Wait,
worry.
they don't? They can't?
No, they don't see it on YouTube. They don't see it on YouTube. So we went on a 2-minute tangent talking about Nebraska fan when like nobody could even see what that was.
That would have been bad. That would have been so bad.
Yeah, but Xander, talk to us about what goes through your feed, man. When you decide to see those posts about like gym couples doing like the thing that everyone hates to see when they walk in the gym, and you're like, yeah, man, that's me. That's what my love life is gonna look like someday.
So some of it is by accident.
No, it's not.
No. I don't mean it by accident. I mean, some of it is more or less I'm just liking stuff, and I see something, and it's like, oh, Jim, like, scroll. Sometimes I actually watch it, and I like it, because why not? Sometimes I'll comment things because I know you guys will find it. That's only happened recently, though. All the past stuff, you guys got me out, and I have to live with it.
I found things from 60 weeks ago.
I don't even know what I was liking 60 weeks ago.
I'm really not that deep in the lore.
I know you were. No, Hayden, you know. You remember the one UCLA beach player?
Oh, yeah.
Was that not the start of it all?
Hey, yeah, Devin Newberry, if you're watching this podcast and you want to date a 6'5" middle gym bro, he wants you. He wants you so bad.
Oh man, yeah.
I told her I would support her and I'd buy a jersey, but they don't even wear jerseys.
game? What streaming service is it on? I'm there. I'm buying tickets to the national championship in Huntington, or in Birmingham. I'm there. I'm there. You don't even need to tell me anything else.
And Xander got blocked.
I'm not
social
blocked.
media.
And that, kids, is exactly why all roads lead to Instagram user.
I'm so glad they made a friend section on Instagram so we can find him so much easier now.
Michael and I started a blend a couple days ago. That stuff is dangerous.
Dude, I seen one today, and I was like, oh no. I didn't even go to look to see whose it was recommended under. I just went right past.
If it wasn't one of the worst Clash Royale audios known to man, it was probably you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, yeah.
So,
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know if there's much else to touch on in the social media era, other than the fact that if
Oh
you
no,
saw
there
it-
is.
there's
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
probably so much we can talk
give me the
about.
lowdown.
No,
then. I mean,
my Instagram is great. I love my Instagram. I get a lot of content that I relate to
Hey,
and don't relate to apparently.
he likes it. He likes it so much because of what he's seeing. Like, use my username that they can't see as reference. Please tell me you get it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We made an allusion to it in the last episode too, where I said that he was comment section warrior, and I didn't say what we changed it to.
Oh, somebody's seen what it is in mine because I screenshotted our Instagram feed to send like a message I sent in there, and somebody was like, "Why is that your name?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it. I think I can say it out loud." So my name or username in our group chat is what is it? Anti-Conrad official?
I
or
think it's
something like-
official Conrad Op
It's
is
official
what
Conrad Op.
is what your username is.
Man,
I'm on the case.
it's okay. Everybody hates me.
True.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Well, man, I mean, don't leave such a terrible digital footprint. That's all that I'm saying. Did we talk about the comment? No. I think this was since. I was talking to one of my friends about it the other day. The comment you left on the one guy's post about the monster block, and his response. he never replied back. He never replied back. Can you screen share? Like I feel like this is a funnier comment exchange to like show the freedom.
I think I can screen share.
But for the viewers back home, to explain this story as well as we possibly can, I came across this guy's post on Instagram where he was hating on the Monster Block song at the NCAA tournament, which obviously we'll get to more of the tournament later. But if there's one thing that I don't stand for, it's monster block hate, okay? Like, listen, is the song the most well-adapted piece of musical theory of all time? No, it absolutely isn't. But what it is a tradition that has been, like, applied in the international games, and it's been played at all the international competitions, basically year in and year out, since probably 8 or 9 years ago, whenever the song was actually made. And so this guy accused the song of being AI generated, because I guess he wasn't familiar with it. I don't really know. And then there was this other older woman in the comment section who was agreeing with him, and even went as far as to say new volleyball players think this is a part of volleyball culture, and they're just so wrong. And I just kind of casually dropped my opinion in the comments section where I was like, yeah, I actually like the song because it's what they play at the international games. I think it's great that they're bringing it to the collegiate game and kind of unifying the volleyball front. And then Xander replied, Xander, I'll let you say, you basically restated my comment, which was crazy that he liked your reply to my comment, but didn't like my original comment.
Bro, I don't know. I got that comment section touch. Oh
Do you have the
God.
comment section touch, or do you have what he replied to you?
I'm trying to pull it up on Instagram so I can
Yeah, I'm also
screen share it.
Well, hold on. I'm doing the same thing, but also I'm getting distracted because I totally.
What do you?
I
What do you
don't
know? What
check.
account that was on, Hayden?
I don't check.
Oh shoot, what is his
It
name?
was on
I can
mains.
I can go and find him. I can almost guarantee.
I'm sure. Me and
Let's
Xander
see.
have
His
been
name was,
messing.
I just looked this up because I told this story to somebody else recently. His name was um his name was Coach K808 is his Instagram account. Um he's like a he's like a collegiate, it looks like a collegiate coach out of Hawaii. Um Seems like a good guy, very wholesome, like very down to earth volleyball guy. To say that I disagree with his opinion on the monster block thing does not mean that he is a bad person, but I was willing to
Alright.
engage in some healthy discourse in the comments, and
I got it.
and Xander will now show what that healthy discourse resulted in.
Can I share? Yeah, I can share my screen. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, here we go, here we go.
All right, so this is what
What's
Hayden
that
said.
shoulder shrug emoji? That's awesome that that's awesome that it looks like that on your laptop.
It kind of
It's really funny.
Shelly going off.
So
Yeah.
Hayden goes, "This is what they play at the international comps. I actually kind of like that they brought it to the college game. Fair enough. I mean, I agree with that. I think it's a great song, and I think it deserves to be in the collegiate matches." So I respond with, "This song has fully integrated itself into volleyball culture now that we're finally seeing it at the collegiate level. Can't imagine why anyone wouldn't appreciate this." And that was me
Now,
responding to Hayden.
What's really funny about this response too is that this Coach K guy like accuses the song of being AI generated. Essentially, if you scroll to his initial caption of the post, he said like, "What in the AI? Yeah, who in the Chat GPT made this song and said it was a good idea?" Xander's response here actually looks a heck of a lot more AI generated than the actual Monster Block song itself. I feel like he didn't know what to say, and so he just kind of went to his Anthropic Claude account and types in, how can I make a discussion post and reply to two others in a productive way on this Instagram post? And that's where you get the response. And then Coach K responds with this absolute gem. I don't know how well the viewers can see it on YouTube, but that, my friends, is the chicken emoji, which can only lead the mind in direction.
I forgot this is happening. I forgot. Oh my god. I can't.
I mean, listen, guys. There's only one thing there's only one word that's kind of similar to chicken that rhymes with block. I'll let you put two and two together for that one. So naturally, Xander hit him with the pause, and he did not respond.
He did not respond.
He didn't even
why.
like it. He wasn't even in on the joke. You know, that's really the scariest part. Is
Dude.
Was Coach K even joking?
Maybe he does.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Maybe we'll never know. Maybe one day we will.
Who knows? Maybe he'll be a guest on the podcast next episode.
Honestly, we should
Start
Coach K, if you're
DMing.
out there, man.
Start
If you're out there,
DMing every single comment section.
you gotta clip this, post it, and then tag him.
Okay. Sure. Like how I didn't post the controversial clip from last time.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah! He wasn't happy with Olivia Babcock. No matter how good you are, there's always going to be a 5'7" Youngstonian man with hate in his heart.
So, I guess for context, AI, on the
Is
topic of AI,
overtaking the world. Watch
true.
out.
It automatically clips segments of our recording and then gives it a title. And we had one that was from our discussion about Babcock, because I've talked about her 3 times now. I might be a fan.
After 20 minutes of Michael talking about him beating the Pitt Men's club team.
It was the title was Olivia Babcock. Wait, what? Overfed? Or a phenomenon
Olivia
player?
Babcock, overfed? Question mark.
And it's like a minute about how I'm like discussing how like she's a good player and whatever, but also how like their system is just set her every time and then pray she carries. That's it. Last time I'm ever saying this. We're done with this topic. I can't until next season. But they have Stuckey now, so they might actually be a well-rounded team. Anyway.
Wait, Pitt? Pitt
Oh
has
no! No!
Stark.
Stuckey. No, yeah, she went to Penn.
No ball
They
knowledge.
True. That's why I don't have a monster cock.
On the next episode of So High, we will be.
Shut up, Coach K.
So now the clip that we get to post is gonna be Xander Conrad, monster top, question mark. It was how long?
Anyway.
I can't wait for the thumbnail for that clip. I can't wait. We get Xander like with this face going.
So, anyway. I don't think it's not getting cut. I don't edit this.
It doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
No, this is airworthy content. This is what people want to see. It's not like we're getting demonetized. It's not like we're getting monetized on
Do
YouTube.
we make money from this? You guys get paid?
You would get paid. Could you imagine if
Anyway.
we were actually like making money off of this,
Okay.
and I was just pocketing everything?
We need to talk about something. Did anyone see Out of Systems, as more specifically Gage, talk about his Bulgarian trainer?
No,
Alright,
I
hold
have
on.
not seen this.
I got you. Give me a second. Wait, I can't play that on the podcast. Never mind.
Well, hold on. On that topic, are you referring to the podcast he did with Moni?
No.
Something else? Okay. Did you watch the podcast with Moni?
Yes.
Did you see what he did you watch till the very end? Like
I
one
think-
of the very last questions he asked Moni was about the warm-up clip.
Oh, with the underwear? Yeah.
Bro, why did he ask that? And they were just openly talking about it.
Okay. I don't know if both of you have TikTok, so...
I don't have TikTok.
Wait, I could download it? Hold on.
I do have TikTok.
Aiden, do you know what I'm talking about?
It's fine, I'm
rarely
down.
use it. No, I honestly have not. The only clip that I saw from the Gage Moni podcast episode was the dating clip.
Dude, something about
Yeah.
generational setters and being afraid of women.
Unfortunately,
Oh, man.
Michael's just one of those things.
Michael Toole is also single, ladies and gentlemen. Eligible bachelor number 2 on this podcast.
Two. Okay, hold on. I'm just sure. All right, if you want to watch it on your own time, don't watch it on the podcast. But basically, maybe if we remember for next time, he posted it on the official Ada system, and I was shocked. I literally was watching it with my mouth just jaw dropped, because it's not what you think it is going to be about. You guys are watching it right now anyway.
I'm not. I opened the message.
I'm
I'm
not.
not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
I opened it, but I'm not gonna watch it.
All
Yeah.
right.
So, Final Four, am I right? It was boring.
Wait.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
Good.
I think Kentucky Wisconsin was a very good game to watch. A&M absolutely rolled everybody, which honestly, I mean,
You mean Kentucky, Wisconsin?
yeah.
Texas
What did I
ain't-
say?
You said Kentucky, Pitt.
I thought I said Kentucky
What?
Wisconsin. I swear
No,
I
he
said
said
Kentucky Wisconsin.
He said Kentucky, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
He
but
did
no-
not say
no
Pitt.
ball knowledge. Strike two. Strike two with this. Strike two with this amateur ball knowledge over here. Yeah. No, I mean, I think Kentucky Wisconsin was a good game. If I'm being honest, the amount of the actual Final Four that I watched was minimal because, you know, again, I don't get paid to make this podcast. So, if you would like me to get paid to make this podcast, feel free to support me on Patreon so that I can take off work to watch volleyball games and make this podcast. But I did kind of have the games on the
really
side. Got to see more of the UK game than I did the Pitt game, but that one I think was exciting and fun, especially because of the way with just how terribly UK started and how well they were able to pick it up, and especially that fifth set. I mean, Wisconsin really gave them everything they had, and they still continued to kind of push and come back. And I mean, honestly, like, that game really just shows you how much Eva Hudson wanted it over the course of that season. I really think that this whole tournament, like, it was the Eva Hudson and the Kendall Stowers tournament, in my opinion. I just think those two, time and time again, in the key moments when push came to shove, like, you could tell that they just wanted it more than anybody else out there. And I really think that at the end of the day, like, it was the will of Eva that kind of pulled us through that game. But obviously, you had two sweeps that were not very exciting to watch. You know, again, courtesy of how well A&M was playing. But I do think that Kentucky-Wisconsin game was definitely a silver lining to how that national championship ended up playing out.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
would agree.
Crazy, because, like, the start of the final, it was like, again, Texas A&M started so slow, and Kentucky came out firing, and then they came back. That's why it never, actually, I won't make that comment, but yeah.
I actually want to hear what you have to say.
I'm gonna restrain myself, so it's
Why?
okay. Don't worry about it.
Is it like, okay, all right, I guess I won't push, but I feel
Don't
like
you
it's like,
fucking look at me like that. I'm gonna start screen sharing me and Xander's Instagram DMs. Actually, wait, no, let me not do that.
DMs? Whoa! Nobody asked for that, man. If you find us in a comment thread, that is your right to know that information. But the DMs, that might be a little bit too far.
We've got spotted in a few comments.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sure we have. Well, because you were like, "Oh, we got spotted in a comment thread," and then you proceeded to tag me on like two of the most down bad posts I think I've ever seen on Instagram. He goes, "Yeah, one of the girls on our varsity team said that she saw one of the posts that I commented on one time. So I'm gonna tag Hayden in a post that says, "Are we friends because we're single, or are we single because we're friends?"
Dude, it's ironic you say because I went and I looked at I was also trying to find like the thing too, And my like Instagram doesn't give me notifications of like who follows me, who likes my comments, anything like that. And I just seen my comment tagging you got a like. Guess who it was from?
Somebody outside the Salt Line group?
No, Juan Santiago.
Okay. Oh yeah, Juan sees all. Juan sees all. Because I put Xander on blast in the one where it was like, my volleyball boyfriend is 6'8" and has an ACL tear, and I'm in PT school, so I'm going to put together a workout plan to fix him. And I said something like, Xander dreams about this every night. And Juan, within 2 minutes, swoops in, he goes, real. And it is just fine.
Anyway. So,
Nah,
yeah.
in case you guys are wondering, it really is just a war on social media of the Salt Line boys. If you see us fighting for our lives in an Instagram comment section, just know that one of the other guys is definitely behind this.
Yeah. So, like, I guess today's the Digital Footprint podcast. That could be it, because really, there's a little volleyball break before the men's NCAA season starts.
No, I think we could definitely talk a little bit about social media and volleyball.
Yeah, because Hayden, you have a Facebook segment you want to talk about, so
Do we want to get into that now? Here, let me pause on the Facebook segment for just a second.
Okay.
Because I do actually want to talk about something that I would love to know your all's opinion on. And I do think kind of relates both to the women's championship as well as social media culture. There's nothing else either of you wanted to say about the women's Final Four games, the championship, anything like that. I mean, I do think, unfortunately, I do think, unfortunately, like, with the way that the championship game was, there's not entirely a ton to talk about, outside of what I will mention here in a couple minutes, but I do want to know your all's thoughts, if you have any that you haven't shared yet.
I mean, it literally came down to just passing for Kentucky's side. Kentucky could not pass the ball at all, but what?
I'm just thinking of the memes.
Oh.
Went on the Salt Line story.
I forgot you guys were doing that.
That was funny. Much love, but to what that was Brooke, right?
Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Our future podcast guest is ruined. Thanks, Xander.
I don't think we roasted Brooklyn in particular, did we? Unless Xander posted a third meme that I didn't know about. That was like, Brooklyn delay during the game, and then it's just a Saddam Hussein head.
No, I think we generalized. I don't think we specifically targeted anybody. Now that I think about it. For some reason I was thinking it was her, but I was also thinking about the Labubu meme, so
Dude, I hate those. I hated that.
Those are awesome. Those are so cool.
I'm so anti that.
I think I like pumpkin.
I hated it.
Pumpkin.
Dude, when the NCAA did that, and they like walked up to each player and was like, "What's your vocal stimulus or whatever it is?" And that was
Vocal
That's literally
Vocal stimulus.
That's literally whatever. That's what it was.
Live look at Michael right now. He puts the glasses on. He hits him with I might slide up to your block with intelligence. That's him. What is?
God.
Might I inquire? What is your vocal stimulus of choice?
God forbid a white boy uses some vocabulary. Fuck. Whatever.
I might slide up to your block. You can tell what my vocal stim is right now.
I can tell.
Are you, Michael? What were you saying, or were you done?
I'm done. I hate you, bro. I'm lost.
Lost his speaking privileges.
For the Final Four, I don't know. I don't have much to say. What are you laughing at?
It's just so funny how we get sidetracked and just try to reel it back in and
blame
fail
you.
miserably.
You're the one who did it. I blame you.
It was actually both me and Xander. We were talking about memes. We were
True.
both equally at fault.
This is fair. This is fair. No, I know you mentioned Stowers and Eva Hudson, right? Just kind of like as I think Lednicki should get some. Now I know she was kind of the face of A&M going into it, and definitely Stowers was a huge part in the final, particularly. But I mean, watching through playoffs, like watching A&M go on their run. I mean, Lednicki was almost kind of like their Babcock at times, where she would get set 3-4 times in a row when they knew they needed the point, and she usually most of the time would deliver in the end. What are you gonna say? You're like real close to the mic.
It's only because she liked your fucking Instagram post. That's why you're praising her.
That's not why. No, I genuinely enjoyed watching her play
Chaser.
through the playoffs. Watching her play and watching A&M play in general was like just exciting. That Nebraska game had me like losing my mind in my apartment. Like my boss was watching it with me, and he was just like, "What is happening right now?" And it was just really good. And then we might probably will touch on this later if we get more into like the social media side of things that Hayden had mentioned, but definitely I have some things to say about what people were saying about the final. I don't know if you guys have seen certain things about the final in particular when it comes to like.
Talking about.
Oh my god, are you talking about Dustin?
The what takes? You said the hot takes?
The Dustin Watton takes. No, okay.
The Watton takes, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and Matt. I gotta drag Matt into this. I got to.
The king of baby court.
The king of baby court is he should be honored to be mentioned on the Saltline podcast.
Nah, so I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like we can kind of get into that a little bit because I do think that's a segue into like what I was talking about. I also think, you mentioned Lednicki. I think Ifena Kazapalo was absolutely incredible that tournament as well. I mean, definitely the middle hitter of the tournament. I feel like every time I saw her on a clip, she was over the other middle, like played absolutely out of her mind. Super excited about her. Is Salt Lake where she ended up? I'm gonna be honest. Like my whole thing with the Love B teams is I don't love their branding because sometimes it's really hard to differentiate one team from another. And so when I see her in just a yellow uniform, like I think it's Salt Lake, I'm almost positive. But the fact that I wasn't instantly like, oh yeah, that's this team, like they could do a better job of differentiating their teams. I think their branding is cool for like generic league merch, but I also think that minimalism hurts them when it comes to like actual recognition of like home fan bases and whatnot.
No, I agree with that because I like the way that oh god, what is the league called that's got like the Fury and Ignite and all them? What is that? Is that
that's
just the...
that's MLV, Major League Volleyball is what
Yeah,
they just
like I like the way that
transitioned
Major
to.
League Volleyball has their team structured. I kind of watch that now that I'm out here in Fort Wayne. I've been a little bit more in tune with like Indie Ignite and kind of keeping up with that. Plus, 3 of my Louisville girls are there now, so I kind of have to start rooting for them, right?
Yeah.
So
No, I know.
so I like the way that they brand because I can look at a uniform and be like, I know what team that is. I know where they're out of. But I agree with you. The LOVB, the Love Volleyball, like I don't like the genericness of it because it's hard to differentiate, and plus, I mean, I don't know. The way that they're doing it is just kind of odd, especially I mean, they merged, right? What couple different leagues all into LOVB?
No.
They didn't merge?
So there never really has been a merger. Essentially, what happened was originally there were two leagues. There was the Pro Volleyball Federation, which
Yes.
started 2 years ago, and there was League One, which started last year. And those two were never really the same entity, nor did they really keep a lot of the same, like, there hasn't been a lot of switch back and forth between teams and all of that other stuff. Essentially what happened was, and then there's Athletes Unlimited that operates on the side, but they do their own thing in the off season. There's overlap between those. There's no overlap between PVF and League One. And
Yeah.
so then what happened was, like, towards the end of the Pro Volleyball Federation season last year, the Omaha Supernovas ownership group, which, mind you, is the, like, most financially lucrative, highest grossing, highest fandom team in the Pro Volleyball Federation, essentially opts to secede from the league and form their own league that they call Major League Volleyball, that's bankrolled by all of these, like, pro athletes, other famous fundraisers, people with a lot of money.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Because the Supernovas were essentially the name brand face of the Pro Volleyball Federation, that league was essentially doomed to fail. And so pretty much every other team in that league kind of jumped ship to MLV, but no, there hasn't really been a merger between that and League One yet. So they've kind of existed as their own separate entities and components. And MLV is a little bit more of the traditional American pro sports approach that we've kind of come to know, where you draft, you draft based off of whatever, and if you draft a player, you get the rights to sign them if they choose to remain in the United States, or, if you draft, I think there's certain rules. If you draft somebody that has eligibility left and decides to play in college another year, you get the rights to them when they come out of college. League One, I almost feel like players get, like, assigned to teams from the front office because they for fan value. So, like, that's why when you have, like Omaha, I think it's Omaha. I think Omaha is the Nebraska team that has both Juan Orantes and Lexi Rodriguez, which sucks for Lexi Rodriguez because she's like the second or third best libero on the U.S. volleyball team roster. It's just that the problem is she's literally playing directly under number one. And then,
she's not now.
That's great that Nebraska gets Nebraska girls back in town to root for, but we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot on the national team pipeline because why is your number 3 or 4 libero? I mean, obviously you have Juan Orantes, you have Morgan Hens. Those two are phenomenal. But you have a young up-and-coming libero that you're actively not giving pro league experience because you're sitting her on the bench behind the starter of the national team. So that's not necessarily an approach I agree with.
She was a DS, so she still, like, got playing time. But I get what you mean, but also that's now not the case because Justine left and she also now is pregnant, so she's not playing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, to kind of transition us back into the social media realm.
Can I go off topic? What? This is just a general, like, thing with, like, marketing and stuff. There no like really team sells jerseys, by the way. Like, I would 100% buy a USA national team jersey just, like, to have playing when I go to tournaments, because, like, I grew up a Madrid fan and I had Ronaldo jerseys, I had Modric jerseys, I had Asensio when he was an up and coming young star. Still cry me a river this day that he's gone. But soccer does that, football does it, basketball does it. Why don't we?
It's a different.
I know.
It's a growing sport still. I don't think there's much of a demand for it as it is in other sports.
I think the national team, at least for USA, I think that's different. I think 100% there is enough.
I mean, you might be, honestly, or probably are the first person who's ever mentioned anything about wanting a volleyball jersey from, any, whether it be the national team or whether it be the Indy Ignite or whether it be the Team Pineapple, like any form of, like, professional volleyball team. Like I've never really had anybody say something like that before. So I mean, I'm respectfully disagreeing. I don't think that there's much of a need for it, so to speak, or much of a desire, which is why I think they don't have it. I don't see it being something where it's like they're gonna like a Ronaldo jersey sells out as soon as it's put up on the market within hours. Obviously, we're talking about a whole different superstar level, but same goes for other uniforms for soccer and football and all that kind of stuff. Is that people are like buying these things? I don't see it being a hot commodity.
I know what you mean, but also I just still think at least national team there would be enough of it, like want. That's just me at least.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not looking at the logistics of it.
You also have to realize is that like it might not be big here, but like it's the same like how I just said. Madrid's a Spanish team. I'm buying from a different country. I know, like the Philippines, for example, because it was talked about in the Out of System podcast and apparently blah blah blah. Their fans love like USA Volleyball, France Volleyball, blah blah, like all these countries. Same with like, oh my God, who told me? Like, South Korea, Japan, they are very invested in like American volleyball. I think Tin told me that. Or maybe it was his friend.
It's such a small niche though. Like,
but like
I said, I know it's growing, but
I know, but like, I just think like, I think if the national team was to sell jerseys, I think 100% people would buy it. Not just from.
Well, I'm not saying people wouldn't. I just don't know if it's really worth the investment on their end.
I mean, I know that they have sold jerseys for the national team in the past because I have friends that I have seen wear them. I think that they limit them pretty exclusively to events. So it's a lot more like purchase on site at an event than it really is like them selling it on a
like
site
having it on stock. And
I think
the other thing too is that I'm not entirely sure whether that really is a USA Volleyball decision either. I would bet that decision probably goes more so to the Mizunos and the Adidases of the world, the people who are actually the ones making the jerseys and determining how much supply they should make to kind of match the expected demand that they think they're going to have for something like that.
I would say that's probably pretty accurate. So, I don't think the sporting organization itself is probably making that decision. It's definitely the suppliers.
Yeah.
I don't know what their ROI would be on it. I don't know. It'd be cool to see. I mean, I'm not saying I'm against it by any means. I think if they did put out a uniform, would I buy one myself? Probably not, just because I wouldn't see myself wearing it. But it would be a cool concept, especially for people who would want to.
Eye cryo cutoffs, but won't wear a USA jersey. Douchebag.
This episode is sponsored by iCryo. Feel free to get free cryotherapy when you use the code. If you date Xander, he'll probably get you free cryotherapy. He's 6'5", by the way.
If you come in, I will. If you mention the Salt Line podcast, I will absolutely get you in for a free cryotherapy.
I cryo right now.
Hey, you speak kindly, or I'm not sponsoring our trip.
Or I'll put an IV in you that has unknown chemicals.
I would never eat an IV.
Yeah, he's against IVs, bro. The IVs are nice.
Yeah.
They make you feel amazing.
I hate needles.
You know who really could have used some cryotherapy? The Kentucky Wildcats, after their 3-0 loss to the Texas A&M Aggies in the national championship. Just a week from the previous Sunday.
I should have DM'd them from the iCryo account and said, y'all need some cryo, you should pop in.
There were a lot of players that probably had performances that they wish they could just freeze in the past. Well, fortunately for you, with the new iCryo student package, you can get a discount.
We do offer student pricing, athlete pricing. Only student athletes, though.
See, guys, this is the thing.
Wait, so
That
theoretically,
wasn't an ad for iCryo, but it really could be an ad for your product on this podcast. Would you rather see me no ball than have to go ref adult league games? If that's the case, then let me do your ad, and I promise I will get you every single customer. Every one of them. Like, they're all going to come to you because they're like, wow, I love hearing his voice so much, and he's going to come to me. Yes, Michael, do you have a question for the class?
Yeah, I do. So because I'm still a practice player now, and theoretically a student athlete, do I get athletic prices?
Yeah, I would give you the student athlete.
You would
discount.
give me shit for free.
A certain amount of stuff, yes. I would have to limit it, but
Can I get like?
theoretically, yes, because when we were practice players and you as a practice player now were registered as NCAA athletes, yes, you would qualify for the student athlete discount by default.
Yeah. I'm coming. I didn't. Did you see my text to me, you, and Connor's group chat?
Recently?
I sent it earlier.
Oh yeah, I did see that. You're a practice player again?
I'm back.
Did you leave? Did you like tell them that you weren't doing it?
So I was not going to because they were gonna bring in 4 people, and I was like, okay, I'm not needed. Only one of them can now do it.
Yeah, I saw that message.
So I don't have anything in the mornings.
So what I'm hearing is I need to move back and get another degree.
And Connor's also coming back, so
We'll run it back. We'll be Gwins again. Fly with the Y, baby.
5th
Fly
years.
with the Y. Flippers, hashtag flippers up, baby.
Flippers up.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway,
Quick
I
transition.
would say that our iCryo ice cold performers of the game
We're done.
were the entire Kentucky.
I'm not
offense
going past a
and
fucking hour again, so you guys need to wrap up this media segment, and I'm going to bed.
Let me have my perfect seamless transition.
Bro's not going to bed. He's playing League again. Fucking
I don't,
weed.
I don't know, buddy. All I'm trying to say, little guy, okay, is that
Read Connor's text.
really not a lot went well for the Cats in that national championship game, and I definitely think that so being close to a lot of people in the Kentucky volleyball
I'm gonna be so
community-
honest. You froze
Nope.
for like 10 seconds.
Oh shoot! Where did you miss? What did you miss me saying?
It stopped at when you said the Cats didn't like.
Yeah, well, that's about accurate. If it was something
The
that
Cats didn't.
Cats didn't. So, but obviously being close with a lot of people in the UK volleyball community on social media, like, there were a lot of opinions that were shared, a lot of very strong opinions about how that game went. And I was largely disappointed in what I felt like the kind of backing of our team, like this group that had so strongly backed our team all the way to this run to the national championship, like, started kind of, spitting out random things that really didn't have any facts or logic behind a lot of those opinions. Like, when I look at that game, I really do not see a coaching decision that wins you that game. Like, the passing was the worst it had been all year. The setting was some of the worst it had been all year. Offensively, we hit negative a set or two. I think we were below 100 on the whole game. Like, you're not going to win a volleyball game with those numbers. It was complete and utter domination by A&M. And I saw some people pull out the craziest takes on social media where they were like, bench Cassie, she's playing terrible. Bench Brooklyn, she can't pass a serve. It's like, my honest opinion on that whole situation is I understand that something needed to change that game to get us back in rhythm. But I think that the decision to bench one of your two or both of your two All-Americans who were the main reason that carried you to this championship is just not the right decision to make in that situation. And I think that if Craig made that decision to bench either of those two, I'm unsure as to what type of performance increase we would have seen. And just think about what that does mentally for those players. Like, going into the next season where Cassie and Brooklyn now have to wonder, does my coach even trust me? Like, I think that's something where you just have to understand that some days it's not your day. And absolutely, there are things that you can do to get back in the gym and work on your serve receive so that that doesn't happen again. Work on your offense so that that doesn't happen again. Cassie, I'm sure, will have a better connection with her hitters going into next season so that something like that doesn't happen again. But that's not a decision that you're able to make like that in the middle of a game when you're getting destroyed like that. And so really what my piece that I wanted to say from the social media side there was how quickly I felt like fans that had rallied behind this team going all the way to the national championship game started pointing the finger and blaming people when they don't really understand what actually goes on behind the bench. Like, if you just bench a player every time they make a mistake, that's the worst thing a coach can do. I've had coaches like that. I'm sure you guys have had coaches like that in other sports that maybe aren't even volleyball. It's just not a good way to get a good rapport with your players. And so overall, like, my message to the volleyball community on social media, like, yes, I understand that DBK did it with Andy Jackson. And,
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and it was something that actually worked relatively well for Nebraska in that game. I know they still lost, but, they were getting better performances than they probably would have if they kept Andy on the court. The thing is, nobody knows their roster, their staff, like a coach. Like, I think to say that I would have put myself in Craig Skinner's shoes and made a better decision than him on who should have played in that moment, when I have not been in that room, that gym, all season, seeing those players put in that work, I don't think that's a fair assessment to make. And I think there are so many people that talk about, well, yeah, like, the gambling, like if you lose a sports bet and then berate an athlete about it on social media, that's so terrible. But I would also argue that, like, trying to make coaching decisions like you're the coach, that's not good for the mental health of the players either. And it's a trend that I really would like to see discontinue a little bit as a fan, because I think that players can have bad games and your immediate thought doesn't have to be next player up. Like, I think that someone who's a first team or a second team All-American and ABCA freshman of the year should be allowed to have a couple bad sets where, yeah, she was trapping her hitters a lot. Her distribution wasn't great. It was not a good game out of Cassie or out of Brooklyn out of the back row. But I do not think that either of those two players should have been benched for one bad game when the course of their showing over the entire season was really nothing short of stellar.
No, I agree. I think Nebraska also got hit pretty heavy online with that after their loss, where people basically, fans, that Nebraska's got one of the biggest and like most loyal fan bases that I've seen from within the NCAA women's volleyball community. Yeah. They lost, and all those people, like a switch just flipped in their brains, and all of a sudden they were attacking online. Like, they were attacking DBK, they were attacking Bergen, they were attacking Harper, attacking Andy, because he got pulled out. Even there were comments being made about Alec or whatever, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Like, there were comments being made about her, so I definitely obviously saw it.
Her crying in that post-game interview were ridiculous. Like, her
let
season
a
and her
girl live.
Ended. I mean,
I still think it's shitty to make people do post-game interview after they lose. Like, that's just me.
No, I will say those comments were uncalled for, but I think really what was the most uncalled for was when Rebecca Alex said that they beat teams by exposing the cracks, and Cage gave her the...
That's
where I draw the line, personally.
That was one of the funniest moments in that podcast. That had me laughing my ass off. But no.
Seriously, I mean, it's not okay.
The comments about the post-game interview, though, I don't necessarily believe that they're quote-unquote forced to do it. They usually ask a player, and a player can voluntarily go and do the interview, but you're not being forced to do the interview, hence why she was able to get up and leave.
Well, somebody has to do it. I'm saying they just shouldn't do it in general.
I don't know. I disagree with that. I think it has
if you're gonna do it,
benefits, do it, but it can be negative when done the wrong way, which in Rebecca's defense, maybe doing a post-game interview right after losing a national championship as a senior, probably not the greatest thing. So I can agree with you in some sense there.
But I also don't think she should be faulted for, like, I don't necessarily think that, I wouldn't say that the blame here falls on the news media themselves or Rebecca Alec. I think that the fault falls on the people for criticizing her and understanding that, yes, like, if you invite someone to an interview, that person agrees to do an interview, and their emotions get the best of them after what was a very emotional game and end to the season for that team. I really don't think that we should look at her in this situation and say she needs to maintain her composure because she needs to just grow up and whatever. Like, no, like that's a very, that's a very real moment that kind of symbolizes the end of an era for her. And if I'm not mistaken, she actually graduated from college because she's playing the upcoming pro season somewhere.
Yeah, she was a senior. She graduated.
So, but I mean, she even graduated in the fall, right? Like, she's done with school as a whole. I mean, that was probably the last memory she will ever have, not just as a Nebraska volleyball player, but as a Nebraska Cornhusker in general. I mean, that gets a lot of people. Like, I don't think it's fair to put that expectation upon anybody.
Yeah, the people that comment and say the nasty things online about all the players and stuff, it's uncalled for, and you see it in every sport. You have people that are going to be like that. You see it, I mean, just in general, on social media in general, just because, you're not saying it in anybody's face. So you're going to have that. But, I mean, I wish that was something that you could, obviously just be like, oh, well, let's put an end to that, guys. We don't need to. It's going to happen. You got to live with it. But, I mean, it's definitely part of the culture that I would like to see not become prevalent because, I don't know, the volleyball community seems pretty good at being pretty well maintained when it comes to things of that nature, but I'm not too sure why all of a sudden that kind of sparked a lot of anger in people. I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting to see for sure.
In conclusion, we're not rebranding.
You think I
Same
care?
old Salt Line, and we'll see you back here as the same old Salt Line the next random day we decide to film.
So sporadic.
Literally.
Salt Line, out.